Good morning. Who is it? Caden, is it Smoa or is it Tuvalu? Tuvalu?
Samuvalu?
Tuvalu time now.
Taloa?
Oh, great. It didn't pop up. Good morning, Tuvalu, and welcome back to Doctor Who, Season 5, Episode 4, The Time of Angels, and Episode 5, Flesh and Stone, where today, that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to watch.
Yeah.
Nope, I left you a slot in there to come in, and you just failed miserably.
Usually you introduce me.
Do I? I don't know. Apparently
today I'm joined again with my brother Caden. Hello.
I do. That's what I say.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's written down. Yeah. Circled, highlighted.
Apparently BBC 3 is showing the God Complex and Closing Time. Those are pretty good ones. But also the Eden channel is showing Robot and Genesis of the Daleks, two of the best Hinchcliffe era stories. Hot takes. Hot take. One singular hot take. Robot is like the best episode until Sarah Jane leaves. It's not her birthday anymore. I can talk about how much I think Sarah Jane is like milquetoast. But yeah. We're not talking about that. I'm really loud for some reason. We're talking... Am I getting louder or quieter? I'm getting quieter.
Quieter.
Hang on. The knob is on the back of the microphone. Today, we... if you don't know what we're doing, we're basically going to be recording an audio commentary track live. So, we'll ramble, but in a bit, we will do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, we'll all hit play and stay synced up, because for legal reasons, I can't just play an episode of Doctor Who. There'll be this blurred version in the background, and that time bar that's on screen now. For Doctor Who specifically, that's a bit of a problem, because there are essentially, let's just go with 3 versions nowadays of every Doctor Who episode. There's the original UK version. There's the... what we'll call the US version, which is exactly the same, but about 4% slower. That's what we're watching. And then there's the US version, but with that bit where Amy talks about her imaginary friend that nobody likes. That you might want to check if you've got that now. I don't remember if it's at the start or before the cold open. Before the title sequence. I think it's before the title sequence, but we don't have that, thankfully. Is that everything? I think that's everything, Caden.
Might be everything.
That might be everything. Also, I'm not, pressed for time, but we maybe can't spend more than, half an hour waffling on between the episodes and at the start today. Thankfully, I don't think there's any Doctor Who news. Oh, Big Finish got their license extended until 2035. So we now have at least 9 more stories. Of 9 more years of Big Finish.
9 more stories.
At least there are at least 9 more Big Finish stories. They're probably all available for pre-order right now. Big Finish averages 7 a month now. Of Doctor Who and Torchwood and all its random spin-off stuff.
I should be a writer.
I missed this. I shouldn't. I missed this 9th Doctor adventure this month. It came out, and I was like, oh dang, I hadn't bought that yet. It was really early. What else comes out this month? I feel like there was something I wanted this month. It might be the 3rd Doctor adventure, but I still don't have any money, so I don't think I'll be getting them soon. You probably still have not listened to that.
Yeah, as you were doing your little preamble, I realized that it had simply slipped me.
One day.
Yeah. I should write that on a sticky note. I have 5 sticky notes in front of me.
It's like an hour. that story. It's really good. It's the last one in the set with Nine and River Song, right before they started doing the Rose stuff, which is also exceptional, the Rose stuff. But speaking of one River J song,
is that true?
No. But there's a 1 in 26 chance it's true. This episode has River Song in it.
I remember.
Know. Hang on, the time bar is gonna go. Okay, River Song middle name. Has any EU given her a middle? It's probably River Waterfall Song. That's what I do. River's not a body of water, but River Song does not appear to have a middle name. There we go. Now we know. Sometimes companions get random middle names, like in a book in the 90s or something. But yeah, this one I think is the one where we basically get all the answers to River Song 3 seasons before you're supposed to, or like 2 seasons before you're supposed to. I've talked about this before. I don't know. I feel like you're just given all the answers basically in the library two-parter, and then we introduce another thing here, where she's in prison. I'll just open that. That's like just given to us. And I feel like we're just told why for both of them. And I don't know if I'm wrong or not. Like maybe that was a general consensus, maybe not. But we can start talking about 11 and River. She'll be popping up quite a bit. I think she's only in one more story this season. But
I remember enjoying River. We'll see if that remains true.
I never hated River. I know that. I think I liked her as a kid. When I was watching it originally, where I don't remember where I got. I think Closing Time was like the last episode I watched before it was pulled from Amazon. Or not that one. Yeah, no, Closing Time. It was somewhere around there, I think, was when Amazon got thrown off. But anyway, I feel like the more I'm in the community, the less I like River. And in particular, unfortunately, River and 11 are a very unpopular pairing between the Doctors and Doctor and River. A lot of people like them with the 12th Doctor, which there's not a lot of. But the 11th Doctor has this weird thing where he's like incredibly romantically oblivious, but at the same time he's supposed to be like incredibly like sexual and interested in River, and it's just this weird disconnect. I don't know. We'll get there. We'll get to how Moffat writes women, I'm sure, a lot in this, but I mean, I've heard like all of River's first Big Finish run. Apparently she's a little better with 10 as well. It's just I do kind of agree from memory that 11 and River have like no chemistry whatsoever. But another reason, that Archipelago one, I really think you'll like, because it really critiques, like, because it's 9 and River, which really doesn't make sense as a pairing, but it really works well with that. It is really a great story, Archipelago from Big Finish. Rumors have it that this year's Christmas special starts filming in March, and I won't read the last bit. We'll try and keep like leaks out of the chat as for my own benefit, but also for most people. I definitely won't read them out. But March lines up with, I think, just like the filming schedule. Since it was announced, it's been like, oh, that's probably about March. We'll probably start to get like casting and promotional photos and stuff. Anything else is like I think that's going to be a rumor forever, that last part of the chat message. Is that everything? Are we done?
It might
be.
Done it. I'm looking forward to this episode. I remember enjoying it, but I don't really remember too much about what happens in it.
This is the first one Matt Smith recorded. You would not be able to tell. He's already like the 11th Doctor. No, I've said it before. I don't think there's a bad episode this season, except maybe Victory of the Daleks. But even then, that's just kind of, that's a little bad, I think. But we'll see. It introduces a lot of concepts, the Anglican Marines, which have come back recently. Of course, it's the first 11 River. It's the second Weeping Angel story, so they're about to get a little bit worse since last time. That's a running theme. I think there are like there are 4 Weeping Angel stories. I've somehow forgot about that one.
I thought there were more.
Some of them are 2-parters. There's Blink, there's this one, there's Angels Take Manhattan, and then there's Village of Angels. They all have angel in the title.
I really like conceptually the angels. It's sad that they deteriorate.
I talked about this in Blink a bit, but when I first watched Blink, I knew of the Weeping Angels as just like a pop culture thing.
Yeah.
And like Minecraft mods and stuff, because I was that age of things. And when I first saw Weeping Angel in Blink, I was like, oh, I didn't know Weeping Angels are from Doctor Who. So I don't think I've ever really thought of Blink as highly. But the basic concept is great. I mean, there's that VR game with the Weeping Angels. I spent like 3 times longer than anyone else in the VR game purely because I was just terrified in that section. It's the only time I think I've actually like ripped the headset off. It's not even that scary, but other games and stuff that'll use that concept of it only moves when you do is when you're not looking at it is so effective.
Yeah,
it was the first SCP.
Yeah,
the
173.
Like it was like a month or something. Oh, you know the number. It was like a month or something after Blink came out as well. So it's very possible that Doctor Who gave us SCP, which isn't really my thing, but you know, that's a big one.
Well, I'm very intrigued to know what happens in this episode.
I'm gonna wake up my hard drive. Caden, I really keep telling you not to look at it, and it's not like a bit. It's not a bit. I actually mean it. Also, I updated VLC Media this morning, so I have to remember to hit the left mouse, because if I drag the time bar, the video breaks. You just don't get video anymore. As I said before, we are about to do a countdown, which will be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, everyone's going to hit play, and we should stay synced up. No, like, water or anything, but last call for all that stuff.
We're not gonna go over what happens in this episode?
Oh, yeah, no, we are. I do like to introduce the episodes. Mm-hmm. This one's, of course, a Weeping Angel 2-parter. The Time of Angels is the first one. And this one, you know, the Doctor suffered a really big blow last time with Victory of the Daleks.
Yeah.
And Churchill and all that, they beat him in, like, you know, twiddlywinks or whatever. Oh yeah, by the way, you are unmuted. I was gonna write a list. You are unmuted this time. Nice. You know, but anyway, he's real sad, you know, and Churchill's sad. He's like crushed. And so he wants to feel better, right? He wants a little pick me up. And so he tries to bake a fish fingers and custard cake. His favorite treat.
Oh man. Yummy.
All right. And so, but he has to go to the store, right? Because he needs the special ingredient, which is the Time of Angels. TY, Time of Angels.
Got it.
But of course, the store is run by Weeping Angels, and they're hostile. So they send him back in time. As they do. That's the entire first episode. You can see it's only 40 minutes. It's a bit of a short one today. This is what happens when you forget to prep. But that's part 1. That's part 1.
Is Time of Angels, is that ethically sourced? You know, is that vegan?
Well, it's time, so yes.
Yeah, but it's time.
However,
of angels.
It's ethically sourced, but there's a lot of unethical distribution from the Weeping Angels. Like, you know, you go and give them the card, and then like suddenly you're in Wales in the 1600s, you know, because you touched them, and then they stole your credit card. It's really not great, but it's actually like a model production. It's incredibly sustainable.
Yeah, Doctor would use
good
that.
Good benefits.
Yeah, that's good.
But anyway, part 2. When the Doctor is stuck in the past, the flesh and stone, right? It turns out, as the Doctor, that actually Winston Churchill, who's been here the whole time, is actually allergic to the Time of Angels. And so his flesh gets kind of stony. It's like the allergic reaction, and he dies.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the episode.
Oh, no. That's the whole episode.
That's the episode, yeah. They're kind of bare bones. And River's there, too. That's the episode.
Wow. I feel like I remember it being a little different, but that's sad.
It is. It is sad, but it's like a big political statement. You know, there was controversy
Of
at the
course.
time. It was like, oh, woke or whatever. But
Yeah.
that some things just never change.
Wow. Wow. No
I'm
cake at the
glad
end
you
either.
forced. No, because he was allergic.
This is
Yeah,
tragedy.
yeah. It's
This is a
really a
downer.
downer season. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I'm glad you forced us down that diversion.
I just needed to know what was gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Next one's Vampires in Venice, so I really gotta put some effort into that title, I guess. No, yeah, because Winston Churchill was sad too. He needed the cake.
Yeah.
Well, now we're gonna do the countdown for the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, everyone's gonna hit play. Anyone who's left, that is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Happy Super Bowl, everybody. Good. I was afraid for a second we weren't going to get visuals. There we go. Do you think this is just someone's backyard? Oh, no, this is like a public park. Look at it.
Good park.
It's mowed. I don't think it's London. I don't see any skyscrapers. Someone missed. Okay. This is going to be a thing a lot with River, the hallucinogenic lipstick, right? If
Yeah.
I ran Storm Cage, River's constantly escaping, right? That's her thing. I just have everyone wear a face mask,
That would help.
Post COVID, Storm Cage is just ruined, Just it's like one of those things that doesn't make sense. At least they let her have heels, though. You know what? Actually, do you think
And a
that's
gun.
mandated? Like, you can't run as fast in heels, so they make River wear heels.
Mandatory.
Yeah.
Oh. 12,000 years later.
It took a long time to cut through the.
This is slow.
I've never thought about, but what is this museum? Like, I've been to a lot of old churches, that kind of have
cool.
museum things. But this is all tech.
Future museum.
Yeah, but why is it related to the church? That's what I'm getting at,
Church of the military people.
That's
technology.
a storm cage. Well, actually, no, he's about to say what that thing is. I think they spent a lot of money on location filming in some cave. Sometimes the church is just the museum.
12,000 years in the past. Oh, in the future.
God, I feel like there's some sort of computer joke there.
Ooh, Gallifrey box.
No, it's this box.
Oh.
I mean, he's just this scene. He's already just the 11th Doctor,
Oh, yeah.
It's a terribly inefficient language, old High Gallifreyan. Well, wait, hang on a minute. Was that Classic Who Gallifreyan? This isn't one for Caden, but Classic Who Gallifreyan isn't that artsy swirly language. It looks totally different. And is that like a Doctor Who canon fix right there I've always missed? That's a cool detail if it is.
This guy's really dapperly dressed.
Well, if you ran Storm Cage, you'd want to wear a suit. I didn't get much sleep last night. I think this is the first instance of watching Doctor Who within an episode. Wait, this isn't even Storm Cage. I've just realized. Never actually thought. Pay attention if they say what this ship is actually doing. Because next time we see River, she's with the military. Like, right after this, I thought. Is she actually...
Is this everyone's? I mean, this is everyone's first filming episode, yeah? I guess not Rivers.
River, no. But,
Amy?
I would assume so. They might have done some, like, solo Amy scenes. All I just know is that this was the first episode for Matt Smith, but I imagine it's everyone's first. Well, okay, if you want to get technical, Matt Smith filmed The End of Time Part 2 first. But, you know, he had like 10 seconds of scene as that. I don't actually really remember how we get from here to the episode. I mean, that's a pretty good cold open. I'll say that much. If you're hearing Amy talk about her imaginary friend right now, I hope I gave you 5 minutes to check if that was going to happen or not. I've just realized that I can tell what the stream delay is because of the time bar. You're about 40 seconds behind. Actually, you're almost a minute behind.
In the future, you could say.
Yeah. Look, we've done the intro so many times, I don't know what I wanted supposed to say about it. It was a nice ship. I feel like Doctor Who can be pretty good for getting just really weird spaceships.
I forget this is a Weeping Angel episode.
Yes, it's a Weeping Angel episode.
Yeah.
I am 100% on board with the Doctor here. Hang on. Look. I'm also kind of like the idea that it takes 6 people to fly the TARDIS, but, you know. I feel like this is a good time to mention it. Moffat has a habit of prioritizing the joke. A lot of his era makes more sense. Remember, I really like the Moffat era. I can't remember why. I feel like that's a contradiction. But Moffat came from writing sitcoms in the 90s and early 2000s. And I guess the late 2010s. And once I learned that, a lot of my criticisms about the Moffat era suddenly make a lot of sense. I'm like, oh, yes, there's a reason this is the most sexist era. There's a reason we sometimes prioritize the joke over the characters or the plot or things like that. He was. I am a little fuzzy on when she learns to fly the TARDIS, but I am a little disappointed in that eventual scene. She kind of just learns it. It sounds weird. We'll get there. Stay tuned for... I legitimately don't remember what episode it is. Big Bang?
Are there times where they've met in between the library now that we haven't seen much? Well, I guess
this is one of them. Yeah. Okay, so River gets explained in the episode that they meet reverse, right?
Yeah.
This is just not how it works, including in this episode. They just meet out of order. At least so far, it is true that the Doctor first meets River, and I guess remembers it, in library, and River... Actually, it's not even true that River's first meeting of the Doctor is the Doctor's last. That's just not true. That wasn't even true in the library episode, come to think of it, because River talks about how the last time they met, the doctor gave her the screwdriver. And that's just not their first meeting, you know? Like, they knew who each other were. That's another thing Moffat has a habit of, is coming up with, like, a great thing. So here you go, we're before the library. In fact, I think this is pretty much just before the library for River. It's really late. But Moffat has a habit of coming up with really, like, clever and working mechanics or time travel and stuff, and then just saying something else in the episode. It's really infuriating. He has this brilliant thing. He's the first guy who's basically solved multi-doctor stories. Like, how come the later doctor doesn't just know everything that happens? And he comes up with something that works, and then he just doesn't write that into the episode. He writes jokes that make fun of how it doesn't make sense. I'm like, Moffat, why are you doing this? I don't know.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
There's something in the bottom of the ship that would never die or something like that. You know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it's kind of clear what the relationship is, at least future relationship. You know what? This is something that if I was Alex Kingston, I would have tried to do more, but I feel like she always opens her diary at the beginning.
Gotta
She
introduce
should
it.
be opening it at the end, though. She's written most of it.
Oh, yeah.
You can look up lists for, like, what the order is from River's perspective. I've never watched it in that way, but apparently it's quite interesting. Probably heard of him. Obviously, the Anglican Marines, who are a bit of a staple for a lot of this. I've just realized the Anglican Marines have a pope. Is that do Anglicans have a pope? I thought that was just Catholics.
I remember this big cave.
Yeah, this is probably why they don't have a museum. It's good, don't get me wrong, but that museum's weird.
Catacombs. He's British.
They could do that. Yes. Have they given a reason why they can't just fly like a helicopter? They probably did, but it's the future, you know. Space helicopter. How do you know? Has he ever stopped someone?
What?
Like with Amy. With Amy.
No, not even in the last episode with the military.
I forgot about that episode, actually. He probably did say that, yeah. That's just, like, what he does every day.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, look, if both companions can just instantly clock it, is the audience really supposed to, like, you know... Like, was it a mystery? Oh. Oh, I see. I was like, maybe not. It's probably worth mentioning here now. A lot of people get confused why River didn't thought the 10th Doctor would recognize her when that's, of course, the only 10th Doctor episode. They just have off-screen adventures, people. Big Finish does some of them. But also, like, I totally buy a take River gives later that they're all the Doctor, and, like, she doesn't really... Like, it's all the doctor, you know, who cares what face it is? And I'm like, yeah. Have you never, like, remembered an episode as having the different doctor in it or something like that? Could you imagine just having a weeping angel, like, in your house? An
Horrifying.
actual one?
I feel like shouldn't the doctor already know that it
You
doesn't he
what?
already know that it's already a weeping angel?
Oh yeah, they know,
Or
but
maybe
they
he's
said
not
it's
aware of that.
dormant, whatever that means. You totally
Oh,
glossed
yeah.
over Matt Smith destroying the set, though. That wasn't even in the script. That just happened.
But I remember spoilers. That weeping angel is dangerous, even on screen.
Yeah, it's probably
I guess he doesn't know
faking
that.
being dormant. That's a lot. Oh, like 200 years. I mean, still. I don't know. That's a weird. I don't know how I feel about the doctor telling the military to lock and load.
Can you, when an angel's a statue, just like blow it up? Does that work?
At this point, yes, maybe. I don't know. At this point, in the future, I think the answer is just no. But look, we keep adding lore to every Weeping Angel episode. I should report this. Nah.
I should say nothing. I remember the scene. Oh, that's terrifying.
I mean, there's a lot of memorable scenes. I do kind of just prefer the Weeping Angels being simple. You know, they got their one thing.
Yeah.
You know what? This could be a cool original villain. Like, you need to workshop some stuff some more. A villain that lives in video or something is basically The Wire. Like, maybe it wouldn't work out, but... I will say, it doesn't help here, but if I had to keep track of what order I was meeting the doctor in, I would definitely write down the face, you know? That's like your easy, that's your first step, you know?
Yeah, okay. Where are the pictures? He's learning. Yeah.
I don't know. That being said, I don't find this as scary as the whole only when you're not looking at it thing, you know?
Hmm.
This is fine, though. Like, if it was this, I probably wouldn't really complain about the Weeping Angels that much. Chat, should we be afraid of the blurred version image of the Weeping Angels that I'm broadcasting everywhere? That's the real question. Looking at it, actually, I think I need to up the blur on OWS a bit because it's in HD now. There's a few too many pixels.
Yeah, I guess he didn't know. That makes sense.
Does it make sense?
Well, I thought when he went into the room, he would already know this piece of information
Oh,
he just
yeah,
learned.
no.
I was all confused why he wasn't like having someone
No.
look at it.
I guess it is kind of interesting that he seemed to just know about the Weeping Angels in Blink, but not about this. However, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, he's not omniscient. I mean, this guy went insane studying them. I'm trying to think as well. I feel like all the other Weeping Angels stories I can think of in the EU, like Big Finish ones, it's just the whole like they move when you're not looking thing that I can remember, which is interesting. Also, yes, the weeping angels appear frequently in an audio-only medium. It works surprisingly well. At least Stephen Moffat can finally get his vengeance against the people who said just wink. I mean, it is the obvious solution, but at least Amy does wink. I can't remember. Do they try that in Blink? I don't think anyone does.
I don't think so.
I thought the guy might have once, but
I don't remember that. I mean, if it sends her to the past, Star's got time machine, does he?
well, he's got to know where it sends her, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Also, let's have this argument in the next Weeping Angel story. Let's just put a pin in that one. You see, I think any one of these things might have been all right, but it's just we add so much fluff to the Weeping Angel, you know? The Moffat monsters, as they're called, are so good because they're just like usually a very basic, simple fear or mechanic. That's all they are, you know?
Mm.
The gas mask child is like, I'd say the exception, but he's also, I don't think, as iconic. He's just in a good story.
Oh my.
I'm trying to remember if the 13th Doctor Weeping Angel does that whole image of an angel thing. I can't remember. I think it might. Come to think of it, actually, the next Weeping Angel story doesn't introduce new lore. That's the exception. Hey, they brought explosives, though, Caden. Maybe someone will answer that question of can you just blow it up?
You know, Donna did it first. Donna became a weeping angel before it was cool.
With the library head? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, that's a big statue, you know?
I don't think it's a
Moves.
weeping or an angel.
Well, you know, it's basically. Oh.
That's a great set. I mean, like, I don't know. It's CGI, I'm sure, but it's a good set, whatever you want to call it. We've gotten better than the Beast Below. Or no, the Impossible Planet. What's that other one called? It's the the Satan Pit. That's part 2. I feel like Matt Smith always looks so young in season 5, even though he's only like 3 years older in like his later seasons.
What is this guy talking about?
What do you think what he's talking about?
She's an angel.
He's just talking about the Doctor doesn't know who River is and what she's done. It's intrigue. It'll last like 10 more minutes. You know, maybe River isn't to be trusted. Except, you know, she probably obviously is. Because it's a fake out. I was a child when I first was watching this and not knowing the answers. I just want to reiterate that. I don't know how old. What is it? It's 2009 right now. I was probably like 7, 8 then. I don't think I was that far behind. I could have been even younger. Or no, I would have been older than 9, I guess. I would have been like preteen, probably.
It can't be good.
You know,
You should
sometimes
mention
you
that.
wake up with that gunk in your eye.
You should bring that
Oh
up with
no.
someone.
I
No,
forgot that this episode has character withholds crucial information for no reason until it's an
I
actual
hate it.
serious problem. I really do hate it. Like, why don't you? Do you not want people to worry? Because then you're just an idiot. Like, I think there's maybe some stuff later about the angel kind of messing with her mind, so maybe you could say that's it, but I don't know. I don't think it's that strong, you know. He's Peter Capaldi. Actually, she doesn't know that yet. I was gonna make a joke about Clara, but I don't think Clara meets River.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I think I remember that all of these statues are angels, but I could be wrong.
You want to make a bizarre out of nowhere prediction? There's no way you could possibly know.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good question. Well, they're all
Uh,
angels.
we've
That's
been
the start.
talking over things, but well, for one, you said remember, but also I think you actually can work out the twist of this episode by now if you were paying attention, or maybe we haven't had that line of dialogue yet. It doesn't feel like we're 25 minutes into the episode, I'll say, in like a good way.
It's too quiet. Someone's gonna die.
Poor Bob. I was wondering what his name was. I'm looking at his name tag, but it just says cleric, and that's probably not his name. I don't think the military actually has rank like written on their little
Not written. Usually
pockets.
they have like symbols.
Yeah. I wonder if that's so the enemy knows what rank you are without having to speak the language. But that's probably not the case.
I like how
Oh,
this
that one's just
military
having
doesn't
some
have.
fun. Okay, wait. Well, if the other guy is named Christian, maybe this guy literally is named Cleric, you know? I've always found Christian such a weird name for cultures where Christianity is the dominant religion. I'd apologize to the Christians in the chat, but I'll apologize to your parents if they feel upset. Like, I don't know. The other one I find interesting is that, like, you'd never name your kid Jesus, right? But Mohammed is one of the most,
Yeah,
like, common names in the world, you know? Just a little, like, cultural difference there. I know Jesus is a name, but, you know.
well, that's an angel. Oh, I
How did
remember this
you
guy.
know what an angel looks like?
I remember how much it hurts.
What hurts?
This guy in his future.
I don't
Bob.
remember.
No,
No.
I remember Bob.
Is Christian a sacred name?
Sacred Bob. That doesn't feel like a sacred name.
Well, it's the
No offense,
future.
Bob.
You had Saint Bob. We've got the
Yeah,
saint of the internet now, right? Like, you know,
that's
it's
true.
just the future. That's gotta be real confusing, though, right? Like, there aren't that many sacred names, but there's a lot of
Yeah,
people in the military. Like, do you have to make sure you don't have two, like, Bobs in your platoon?
Bob 13.
Sure, this is a problem that, like, a real military will face, but a real military has more than, like, 12 names. I mean, again, he just is the doctor. You would never know this is his first one.
Yeah,
God, this is like my least favorite type of author. Just write what you mean. I know you're insane, but like, just write what you mean.
Dead. But don't they usually send him back in time?
I think that gets brought up. Don't. Dang it! I was gonna say, don't bring up the fact they're all dead. This comes back. It'll come up a lot in the Moffat era, I'm sure, as the timelines get complicated. But either I'm some sort of time travel savant, or characters in time travel stories are just idiots. And I don't know which one of those is true. I am really feeling, though, that older Moffat nowadays has a bit more bite to him, because this feels like there's critiques of like religion in here, but then go look at Boom. You know, Boom is old man Moffat who doesn't care what people think. I do like this reveal as well. I know we've been talking over
Wait, how'd they
it,
figure
but
it out?
they had the line of dialogue. I think it's because they're racist. That's why they didn't notice. What is it, Caden?
Well, yeah, they're all angels. I think I remember that.
Okay, yeah, you don't have to like, well, yeah, they're all angels. You know, it's a reveal, but we know.
Whoa!
Whoa!
They're all angels.
We're the
That's
best react.
scary.
You're here to be the noob, Caden. Interesting that you seem to remember this era a lot better, though.
Yeah. I mean, I guess technically saw it more recently.
But not really, you know, like it was probably 15 years ago.
Yeah, their
Man.
faces got creepier.
I feel like I had a point to make before the whole reaction thing. Oh yeah, I thought you might find it funny. It occurred to me, the views for the 11th Doctor streams have been really good, except for last episode, which had 4, because it was Victory of the Daleks, and I just found that hilarious. It's like, yeah, I probably wouldn't watch Victory of the Daleks either.
It's a lot of angels.
Oh yeah, that's why the Applans died. I was like, how many are in this ship? But no, it's because that's how they died. They ate all the other statues.
Not Bob.
Rip Bob. Too soon, sorry. Pun. Do you remember Bob?
I do. I remember what happens to Bob. I remember how sad it made me.
Oh.
It's traumatizing as I was a child. I really connected with this man.
I mean, I don't remember Bob. I remember that guy in the background right now. Dude, I'm just not gonna come over. Was that a personal radio? I just kind of clocked that. No one else really heard this conversation, did they?
Maybe they got their own channel.
Well, sure. It's just kind of interesting, you know?
Yeah.
Tactically speaking.
Oh, Bob. No.
Hey, that's what I said.
Oh, okay. That makes
This
sense.
is kind of what I'm getting about blowing them up. You could make an argument that if you blew them up, they could do this. They could kind of reform, but
Hmm.
you'd have to speculate. I don't exactly remember what Village of Angels has to say on this topic, but I remember they do. Hang on a minute. Angels Take Manhattan does have Weeping Angel lore.
Oh, here it
Sorry, I
is.
remember that.
Dead Bob.
Rip Bob. Amy doesn't really care.
Oh yeah, I was asking about this.
Oh, they needed bodies. That's why. What do you mean? She snapped their necks. Can you fix that? Well, there's always the Fourth Doctor episode where the guy snaps a dude's neck and he just gets back up again.
Strong neck.
Which one is that? It's the Crinoid one, I think. They play the neck snapping sound effect and everything. I get why, but I do think it was a mistake to give the angels a voice.
Yeah.
I wonder if Moffat chose to write this or if the BBC ordered one, because you could do Weeping Angel sequels. I've heard good Weeping Angel stories, but it does feel kind of like forced sequel, or like unnecessary sequel.
I like that the angel kind of. I like that the fact that the angel has a voice is kind of through another character and not just an ominous angel voice, though.
Yeah, you couldn't have just given them a voice.
Yeah.
But like what they're doing is they're like flapping the guy's vocal cords with their angel magic or something. Like what are they actually doing? How are they, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say, I don't think this ruins Blink, which is, quite frankly, for how much we're establishing, is amazing. It's remarkable. I love that sting. Look at it. Beep.
Yeah, every now and again, I just remember that this is the first one he recorded. I'm like, yeah, that's good.
Oh, yeah. He just got it, like, from what I've heard. And he wasn't even a Doctor Who fan. I don't know that he'd watched any episodes before this, but he did what I think they all should. Is he then did his homework for the part, because it's the same guy. I don't think a companion has to do this, but I think a doctor does, where he watched all of the modern ones up to that point, and then he did like some of the highlights for the classic show to kind of learn a bit about the older doctors, which he found the second Doctor then and like based a lot of his performance on. But and he even wrote like fan fiction when he was on holiday or something about the 11th Doctor and Einstein. Like he went probably above and beyond, but I do feel like this is your job. When you get cast is the part you do. I don't think you necessarily have to watch every episode, especially nowadays. It was easier, for him. But I feel like you need to familiarize yourself with the part.
Oh, for sure.
And the past Doctors, which is something that Chibnall actively told the 13th Doctor to not do. And I'm not going to say it really hurt her performance, because honestly, I think there's like nothing you could do next to that writing. But, I don't know. I guess you could say maybe the actor doesn't necessarily have to do that so much as a showrunner or a writer, like one of the main writers. But like so many actors have done amazing things because they have knowledge of those past doctors. Like David Tennant is amazing at weaving mannerisms of the previous doctors into his own incarnation.
See, they did Bob so brutally.
Well, that's just the angel saying anything, you know? I don't know how the angel would know that. I do like this scene, I'll say. A lot of memorable scenes in season 5.
I don't remember this. Don't ask
I
that guy that.
don't. No. Have we had it yet? River's got a great line where it's like, how far do you trust this man? I trust him with my life. And you're sure he's not just insane? I trust him with my life. He's such a polite angel, though, you know?
Yeah, I love it.
I wonder if I'd be better on the voice if it was, like, not just Bob. Not
First
many
episode filmed as the doctor.
gets to fire a gun. Not many doctors get to do that. I mean, look, it's... The Doctor has a long history of using guns, albeit not generally for their intended purpose.
Yeah.
But you know, it is kind of funny. This is why my wife and I had fun with the companion Leela a lot. So we're like, you know, not many companions get to kill a guy in their first episode, but Leela's one of them. You know. I mean, that was a pretty good part 1, I think.
Yeah.
It's probably hard because a lot of it is in the mystery and reveals that we're not really going to get nowadays. You more than me. I have, like, logical reasons for not liking a lot of Weeping Angel development. It wouldn't have got as many views, but I'm kind of wondering, would it be better if it was basically the same episode with just a different villain? And...
Yeah, I think
I don't
it
know
worked.
yet. Well, you couldn't have done the statue reveal with the Applans.
Yeah.
Weirdly, there's some stuff about the Weeping Angels behaving differently, which kind of feels like something you'd need the Weeping Angels to do. You know what I mean? Like, there's a sense of the mystery. There's possibly a sense of extra danger, like more unpredictability. What are they doing? But I don't know. I think fan consensus is that this 2-part is good, but we don't like what they did to the Weeping Angels. I think sometimes I can get off base there. I'll check. Actually, I can check TARDIS guide. Like, feel free if you need like a snack or like the bathroom break or something. Take it now because we're intentionally about to waste a few minutes. I'm talking to them, but
sometimes you offer me release.
Time of Angels is 3.87 on TARDIS guide. Which feels fairly fair. I might give it an average score, like a 3.5, as the part 1. But you know, that's respectable. It's not like outstanding. That's a very respectable score. What are you thinking about River? River and 11 so far. They haven't had too much.
I think I'm neutral on it. I like River more in the library so far.
Yes. I'll agree. I think there's not a lot of them. I think one thing that I find a bit off-putting, especially at the start, is Amy is very like 13-year-old girl teasing their friend about a crush vibes that they don't that like also the Doctor doesn't have this crush anyway. It's I don't know, it's weird. I think there's bits that are weirdly a bit sexual.
Amy.
I don't know. It just it feels odd. Amy doesn't get the best showing in this episode. I think by now we can just say that. And we're not even at the end of part 2. But come to think, this is a 41-minute episode. This is another short one.
Oh.
I don't know. Do they have trouble filling time? That's unusual. In fact, is it 41 minutes? Oh no, I thought it was 41, 41, 41, 41 was the time, but that's time remaining in total time. Yeah, it's fine on a rewatch. I think the stronger parts are in part 2. Maybe I'm wrong. I think we'll get more 11 and River stuff. I don't want to say too much, of course. We need to watch Winston Churchill die to time poisoning. I don't know how he actually died. Probably being old.
I think most of what I remembered was in the first episode. The only thing I feel like I remember about the part 2 is like there's plants in it.
The Aplan statue thing is great because it also gives you the chance to realize before they do. And then in the actual reveal scene, it will slowly build up to it. I think that's very well done. And, you know, we joke about some things like the guy's insane book or whatever, but like, as I said, 3 point, you know, it's a respectable episode. It's not going to change the world, but if this was like baseline Doctor Who, I'd be very happy, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not sure baseline Doctor Who is this high currently, but honestly, I'd have to check again because what the 15th Doctor era failed at is the long-running arc things that you're going to remember. But I remember most of the individual episodes being like really good. So I do need to fill my water bottle and briefly step out if you want to entertain the plebs.
Entertain them. What should I entertain them with?
Well, I mean, to you, we need. Oh shoot, Caden, we haven't done this in a long while. It's been a long time. But I've got to get you a Virgin New Adventure. And you are going to tell them about it. I'm going to show you the cover of a book.
That is true. I also don't know if I've talked about what sunflower seeds Matt Smith would eat.
If you can briefly do it here, I'll find a good cover for you.
Maybe I'll have time for both.
Which one did I do last time? Left-handed hummingbird. Okay.
Seed.
Well, if you got to Google it, I don't think you have the time.
No, just seeing what flavors there are up here.
You know what? I'm ready.
Oh, well, probably fish sticks. Yeah, hit me.
He'd eat the disgusting sounding.
Put this in the back of my brain.
Yeah. Caden, I would like. Oh, actually, hang on. I do have to show everybody this. Let's get rid of that one and then that one. Caden, I want you to describe to people the plot of the Virgin New Adventure Deceit. Well, I am gone. Do you see it on the screen right now?
Oh yeah, Deceit. Oh yeah, Peter Darville Evans' Deceit. Yeah, I know this one. Yeah, I'll tell him everything about it.
Yeah.
Well, the Virgin New Adventures Deceit was the first book by Peter Darville Evans, and this is more actually a story about the writer than it is the book, but he was an aspiring writer for his entire life and never had any luck with it. But he ran into the, at the time, TV doctor. You know, I don't remember who that is. It slips my mind. At a bar one night, and they had a great time together, a lovely evening, and they ended up becoming friends. And slowly over the course of a while, you know, Peter Darville Evans was talking to the doctor, and you know, about oh, it must be so cool to be the doctor as your job. That seems so nice. And the doctor's like, you know, that's really nice. What do you do for work? And he's like, well, you know, I work down just a normal 9 to 5, but I'd love to be a writer someday. And the doctor's like, a writer? You know, have you heard? We're looking for writers for the Virgin New Adventures right now. We're really struggling. Would you love to come on board? And Peter Darville Evans thinks this is a chance of a lifetime. And he says yes. And so he writes out this Doctor Who book, but at the end of it just realizes, it really sucks. This isn't his best work. What is his best work, his magnum opus, is a book that he's been working on for years, you know, just in his day-to-day life, that he hopes to become an aspiring author. And he knows that this book is going to get published because he already has this deal with the New Adventures, but no one's ever going to take the book he's secretly writing. So what he does is he throws away his Doctor Who book. He lies to the New Adventure people. And Deceit actually isn't a Doctor Who book. It's just Peter Darville Evans' personal book that has nothing to do with Doctor Who at all. And he lied to them, telling him that it would, just so he could get his own book published.
I like it, but I was kind of thinking you'd go on the cover more. I realized when I left, I didn't give you a good title, but look at that cover.
Well, yeah, that's because you look at it and you're like, what Doctor Who story is this gonna be? And then you open it up and it's this like family tale with a dog, and they never even mention what's going on in the cover. And that's why
Let's
it's
go with
famously
that.
confusing.
I think I actually like Deceit. What did I give it? Where is Deceit? I gave it 4 stars, but its average rating is 2.63. So take that.
Hey, don't
what you will.
take it up with Peter Darville Evans. It was a big controversy when it came out.
The new adventures are a big are like the biggest time I'll actually diverge from the average. Not all the time, but sometimes I don't know. If you want my opinions, because I read that a few months ago. I do link my TARDIS guide profile on YouTube by the banner. It's just N squared. It's got the logo. You can probably find it. But I write reviews of all the Virgin New Adventures. I remember liking it. Finally fixed Ace, who over the previous books had like just become worse and worse, and then until I was looking forward to them being gone. And then when they came back, I was dreading it, but I liked them. And then over the next dozen books, they ruined her even harder. And now at Tragedy Day, I think she might be fixed, and they've just decided not to do it. And I'm hopeful. But it's also a series where I think I'm on book like 16, and there've been like 7 times the Doctor's promised not to be a manipulating a-hole. So we'll hit and miss. I think, we are probably good to start. Is something wrong with my preview? Yes, for some reason my preview is like 12 minutes behind on YouTube. I was like, why isn't my timer on YouTube? It's on the right episode. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Audio, stereo, yep, subtitles on. Just like last time, we are going to be doing a countdown with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. By the way, that Virgin New Adventures cover is actually a scene in the book, just as is. We're gonna do the countdown, which is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, everyone is going to hit play. Same thing about Amy, talking about her imaginary friend or whatever. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I should show you that imaginary friend bit. Oh, no, good. We got colors. I should show you that imaginary friend bit just so you see it. It's such a core part of being a cool American. No? No, we saw a variation of it. You are right about that. The start of Beast Below.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like, it shouldn't be as annoying as it is, but it's a core part of being an American Doctor Who fan to just hate that intro. I think it's because you hear it all the time, and it's just, it's kind of condescending. It's like, you're just not going to remember any of the story. Even if you've never seen a Doctor Who episode before, I don't think you need Amy's whole, like, I once had an imaginary friend, but one day he came back. His name's the Doctor, and we travel in time and space and fight aliens, and my name is Amy Pond, and this is my story. It's something like that. Especially, I think, if you're binging it, like, after it came out, it's really annoying. But it's, like, maybe 30 seconds.
No, we say goodbye to Winston Churchill.
Yep, he's dead.
Oh yeah, what did this guy do?
Rip. I didn't mention it, but I do hate people who say, like, you'll know the signal, or, like, you'll know him when you see him. It's like, no, I won't. That's what everyone said about labor, is like, it's all confusing, but once like actual labor happens, like you'll know what it is. It's like, no. No, he didn't.
That is a 30-foot drop. I would expect someone to be more in pain.
There was something about the gravity globe cushioning the blow. There was a line about that.
How are they going to defeat an army of angels? I guess it's an army of something. It
You
becomes
just look at them.
becomes hard.
You just gotta look at them, Caden.
That's a good. Yeah,
I
you're
guess
right.
one could
Good thought.
argue the whole image of an angel thing stops just like pointing a camera at them from working, but they all just took their eyes off the angels. How'd that happen? Can we not gloss over that? Why could the angels jump up? And why are they here now? I know they have wings, but like, do they work? Actually, they're fast. Maybe they could just like speed jump it.
I was gonna this. No, yeah, this is the ship from the intro, right?
Yes, this is the crash ship. That was transporting River Song and Weeping Angel in a private collection. I mean, I'd buy a Weeping Angel replica, but not like a real one, you know? Apparently,
I'd
Steven...
buy a real one. Give me something to do.
Would it?
Yeah, give me something to look at.
Yeah, it would. It would. Apparently, Stephen Moffat had a Weeping Angel in his garden. Do you think they'll have to recast the Weeping Angel at some point? Or, like, they'll just start looking old? We could check Village of the Angels. Because it is an actor. Maybe it's not nowadays, I don't know, but it was a person who was just standing still. That's that line I was talking about. I know that's how.
Oh yeah, he's coming back.
Oh yeah. I know that's not how that works, but if I were River, I just might go, of course we're gonna survive. We've both met future versions of ourselves. He'll get us out of this. This might be Amy's weakest story of the season, at least. I'm trying to think of what's coming up, but I feel like she has had a very weak showing. Needlessly hiding information, not mentioning that the video changed. Quite frankly, she's a liability in this story, you know? And we haven't even gotten to the ending. Wait, did they recast the Weeping Angel? They looked a bit different than what I remember them looking.
Ah, they've muddled with the controls.
They what?
They've muddled with the ship controls?
No, that's just what it looks like.
Ah, it's so dirty. They need to organize.
Yeah, no, it's, you know, cable management is hard. You haven't built your own PC. You wouldn't know.
No, it's brutal.
Don't think too much about how you would magnetize the door and the locking mechanism.
I mean, you know, same way the gravity goes to the floor.
But why is the wheel the opposite pole of the magnet? Oh, he just hit it. It jiggled a bit. I'd a reshot, you know. Wait, no way. They added a Foley sound effect for that gun hitting that wheel. They chose to use that take. Everything.
Good question.
Clothes? Toothpaste? Tampons? You know? They need a lot.
Bathroom.
Nah, they don't need that. They have very good tampons in the future.
I remember green.
Oh yeah, there's
There it
green.
is.
I do like the setting of a rainforest
Yeah.
for the Weeping Angel story. You know what? Actually, I bet a lot of episodes would work really well in like a spooky forest.
Yeah.
It is really well done.
Yeah.
Look, that museum money went to good places. I'm still up on that. Could you have just done like the British Museum, or I don't know, had a standing set? They probably could have filmed it in the television center, and it would have worked better than a church. Seven out of 10. I agree. I'm not that impressed by forests on
Mildly impressed.
spaceships. I'm not impressed. I'd even go lower. Forest on spaceship, not that impressive, you know?
Bob. Angel Bob.
Angel Bob, I'm about to like put you on block. I'm gonna block this number.
House life.
Oh, he's over it. Maybe you can have a party together.
Yeah, if you can communicate, you can hang out.
Oh my god. You know what might be a fun Doctor Who episode? There is no threat, it's just the companions pulling a prank. That's it.
I like that idea.
That's it. It's like the Doctor's birthday, or like maybe they're a bit miffed with him about something minor, and they just prank him.
Well, that sounds like such a good episode. I would
That'd be
love that.
one of those episodes where, like, 5 minutes before it ends, a companion has a fake out death, you know? It's like, maybe that's too far, but I think that'd be great. There's a Torchwood episode, I won't spoil which one it is, but where it's a very spooky Torchwood episode where there is no alien threat. That's the twist. It's literally just, like, some humans. I don't think it works, but it's a very beloved Torchwood episode. Do they all have vocal cords? This is one thing that does bother me, not just about Moffat, but these ongoing story arcs as well, is from here on, I feel like practically everyone in the universe is aware of the story arc except the Doctor, you know?
Yeah.
You never have, like, the fourth Doctor encounter someone who laughs about the Doctor not knowing about the cracks, you know? He's like, what cracks? That's, like, ages ago, you know? Man, the Sonic can do anything. Actually, I might have written it. Maybe it would undercut the drama where River's like, oh, no, those things. That's where we are right now. I think River knows what they are, yeah. Spoilers. I will say, after this episode, I'm probably not going to know when in the timeline anything is for River.
Oh, he's gonna lose his coat.
He is.
It's a nice coat.
Cameraman's a bit
Forgot Amy's
drunk,
like an angel.
but
For the rest of the show, Amy's not allowed to move unless the doctor's looking at her.
it's the opposite, though, you know, because she's a human. She's only allowed to move when you're looking at her. Do you think you could have a horror villain that works like that? You'd have to be real clever.
Why'd they kill him?
No, I think it's that they're looking at each other, Doctor. Wait, does he get a new jacket this episode? It's still tweed, but I noticed when I was getting reference photos, he has slightly different tweed jackets this season. Sometimes I felt like that too. That's a risky shot, I will say, but honestly, that's probably what I'd do in this situation.
Mhm.
Just have a lie down, you know. I'm not cut out for companion.
I thought you meant wait for the doctor.
I'd also probably do that. I'm not cut out to be a companion. What if he regenerated? I'm Peter Capaldi now. Think that, oh, that's not good. I was gonna say, I think that's high, but that's a good doctor. I want that bedside manner on my deathbed.
I don't really remember.
Oh, I remember this scene. This is also, I don't know if it's iconic, but it's one that's usually remembered. Man, this era is hard to talk about. I know you could kind of say everything is like, well, how does that work? But I don't know. I just feel like stuff like this divulges so much from the whole
Mhm.
quantum lock. They can only move if they're not being observed, but
Yeah.
actually, why are
Oh,
they
no more
making
Izzy
her
back.
count? I can't remember. Oh, I remember what the countdown is. Yeah.
I feel like there's. I mean, if I were a horde of angels, I feel like I wouldn't need to be in this person. I would assume I already have the upper hand.
If you were a horde of angels.
Yeah.
Is this Amy has aphantasia confirmed? If closing your eyes shuts off the image centers of your brain? I mean, I'll see blackness when I close my eyes, but well, actually, I won't. I'll see like the blood vessels and stuff, you know? Oh god, I've
I
just
don't know.
remembered another Weeping Angel development.
Weird, weird branch of the plot.
I'm sorry. No, it has a reason, but I've just
Mm.
remembered the worst thing this episode does to the Weeping Angels.
Okay, I thought they did stop it. Then never mind.
No,
Continue.
yeah. Oh no, we'll get to my scene, but he does have great
Yeah, I like that
lines
one.
like that, the Moffat Doctors. 11 especially. Wait, where were they before? I will say, when we saw that spaceship in the start, I did not think we were like quarter of a mile territory. You know? Maybe it was big, but that's a weird manner of speaking. We'll get the answers this episode, but you know.
Mm.
I love that response. I'll have to remember that. 10 years later. Amy's got like a fake beard on.
Keeping my eyes closed is hard. I can never keep my eyes closed. They just want to open.
Well, even if you were gonna die?
It's like the more I need to keep my eyes closed, the more
Oh.
I'm totally gonna want to open my eyes. I'd have to like put my hands on my face.
He's got his jacket back.
Oh, what?
Yeah, look, he's got his jacket back. Continuity errors.
Maybe the angel brought it.
Oh yeah, that's nice of him. I think it's a different jacket.
They're quite respectful, so you know.
Sorry, we talked over the entire conversation. Could you remember what the doctor said when you were 7? You're really thinking about that one.
No.
There we go.
I was trying to remember. I watched this when I was 7, give or take. I didn't remember.
Doesn't... Oh yeah, River knows what the cracks are. She's just faking. Oh, so it wasn't Storm Cage. Why'd she escape? What? I guess she's in some kind of prison. I love how terrified she is that the doctor could not care less. Oh, they're not gonna reveal it yet. You know what? Come to think of it, it's real convenient the base code of the universe is the same number of digits as our calendar. They're just being dicks at this point, too. Like, if Amy doesn't know what's going on, you're not explaining the situation to your soldiers well enough. Nice strobe light,
What's
though.
pointing that gun at?
Boom, 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 you know? That's a little clunky. That's not even what happens. That's not why the cracks formed. I might
See, I
form
want to
a
open my eyes so
closer...
bad.
I might form a closer circle. Come on, Amy, you gotta be able to see that. Big white light. Oh, did the camera blink? The camera just blinked. I haven't noticed that with this episode. I've seen some scenes where it's the case, but one of my big complaints about Blink, once I notice it, is that the camera counts as an observer. I get why, because the alternative is making the angels move on screen, and you should just never do that. But yeah, I'm not noticing it here, which is a problem, which is good. You knew that.
Yeah, you said that earlier this episode.
The doctor?
A curtain of energy, maybe.
Paradox?
Reverse blink.
That's just reckless at that point. Like, I'm sure the doctor literally meant less than a second. Hang on, let's count.
Mississippi.
1, 2,
That was a second.
3, 4, 5, 6. She got great eyes, though. I cannot make that out. 11. She's just dead. Poor Rory. You could have just rewritten it to say a few seconds, but, you know.
No, don't go near it. Don't send this guy.
What guy? You didn't send a guy. I mean, that's a good little scene. I think a lot of this episode does suffer from knowing the answers. This isn't a revelation. You've known this, like, for 10 regenerations.
Did the angels get unwritten?
I believe so, yeah. No, they didn't, because people remember them. They just ran away. You know, I think that angel touched that guy. Is that the same Weeping Angel actor?
I don't know.
They're good at what they do. I still can't really believe it's a person.
Oh, I bet they also have some statues, you know? They got both.
Well, they have so many positions, you know?
Yeah.
But in Blink, it was an actor. You'd have fun on set, though, wouldn't you? Just, like, be in a statue when the camera's not rolling, or, like, go into the corridors.
If I was a soldier and there were statues that were moving around me and I was on an alien planet, I would believe if someone was like...
Would you? I mean, she's already
this was
had,
happening-
like, hallucinations and stuff.
I would.
Like... But I don't know. All right. Can you guess who? Can you guess who now?
I want to say she kills the doctor.
How many options
She
are
has to,
there?
because there's nobody else. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. I had it and she killed a man. And of course, she's actually not gonna kill a man. Because, you know. Or if she does, it will be in entirely justified circumstances. So really, I don't know. I just don't engage with this kind of mystery. But also, I solve it instantly. It's why you kind of get what I see, though, where it's like, did you not know at the time, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because I don't, like, there are people who don't. There's Clever Dick Films on YouTube does these great retrospective documentaries, and he talks a lot in his 11th about how much all this stuff, like, blew him away and surprised him. He even had a line how he should probably be paying more attention. And, like, I'm always hesitant because it sounds so smug to be like, well, yeah, you should have been. But also, like, I genuinely, am I weird in that I feel like I've just been given all of the answers at this point? The only thing we haven't been answered yet isn't even going to come up until its reveal. And you remember what that is. but I don't know. How do I talk about this? I don't know how to talk about this season with so much looks forward. I will say, though, that part of River Song's backstory is a nice reveal. And here's the part I don't like. I guess they actually can kill her. I was gonna say not really, but they can actually kill her. So what you're saying is that Angel Bob wasn't killed. See? Because he never existed.
No, because he never walked into the light. He was killed.
Well, where did the angels go?
They kind of exist because Amy remembers them.
Amy's a time traveler. Time travelers have weird relationship with time. I'm sure this is going to come up.
Is that real?
Yes, that's the explanation.
Okay. Well, they kind of existed then.
That's why the Doctor can remember the Daleks, and that sort of stuff. I'm sure we've got to get that explanation in this episode, but it definitely comes in the Chibnall one. Yeah. I really hate this. For one, she does not walk like how she sees. But I really hate the idea that the weeping angels only move when you can see them is a choice.
So if they think you can see them, they don't move.
Yeah, which not only is just not how it was explained in Blink, because observation is, like, as far as we can tell, something fundamental in the universe. That's why it was like a quantum lock thing. As much as you could say, how does that actually work? And like the David Tennant's line is even, it's a fact of their biology. They can't help it. And some people have tried to say, yeah, look, they're trying to say some other things, but they're trying to say, yeah, it's instinctual, but it's still, there's two worlds then. There's the quantum, like, physical fact that they lock, but also there's an element of instinct for some reason. Or there's the world where it's always instinct, which also implies that they can move if they're being seen, like if they just don't think they're being seen, And both of them suck.
Maybe in my brain they're funny because there's time stuff around them. Yeah.
I mean, that's not what's said.
Yeah, but I didn't like it.
Yeah. Hey, you're becoming a fan. We haven't even gotten to what most people think the worst thing this episode does about the Weeping Angels is.
Oh, no.
They've got to be some statues there, or like, there's no way those are just different cuts of the same actor.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a mask? Because they do all look the same, or really similar.
I mean, there's an amount of CG.
Is it a mask? Not nowadays, not that good. And Amy's walking in front of them and within the same shot. Here we go, here's the worst part according to most people. Seeing them move on camera. As stone.
Yeah, because they're not supposed to be stone when they're moving. They're like real creatures.
Well, I don't think that's ever explicitly stated. Obviously, no one knows what they look like. But I do think seeing them move on camera just does diminish a lot of the fear factor. In my mind, the weeping angels do look like the weeping angels when they're not being observed. That's just a choice. I always imagine they're not stone when they're moving, but it doesn't super matter.
Hmm.
But it's the fact that you saw them moving that I think really diminishes it, you know?
Yeah, and they're also like wicked fast. Those weren't that fast.
Well, because they weren't sure they were being observed, which again implies that if Amy actually could see them, they could have done that, you know? Because if it's instinct, right? If you don't have to be stone, you know if you're being observed, if it's still a biological fact. Why would you evolve
Autobot?
that instinct? It's like me evolving an instinct for when my heart has stopped beating. So how are they
Angel
moving
Bot's
those
talking right
vocal
there.
cords again? Oh, I guess that actually is how it would work then. I think I might be entering the point, possibly because it's a rewatch, where I Am the Doctor starts playing a little bit too often. That's a good line, though. I almost asked why don't they just rush him now, but they're the Weeping Angel. Wait, how are you moving the vocal cords if you're stoned? You see? It's not the best Weeping Angel episode. Boom, 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 boom. It's a good
Amy gets
soundtrack.
this whole cool adventure and doesn't even get to see it.
I know. I'll never deny that I Am the Doctor's a great theme. It's a great piece of music, but
So they fed the angels to the big hungry mouth, and everything's fine. Yeah.
well, we'll wait till the episode ends. I love this TARDIS, by the way. I think it might be my favorite exterior. Bold blue. So she'll risk the look into the crack, but she won't risk. Why didn't you ask this before?
Oh, yeah, I was asking about this. Yep. Oh.
I mean,
Oh no.
there is a thing
Oh no.
that this season, there are other things that are more important to her she's gonna forget. But those angels, they really stuck with
Hello?
her.
I have frozen.
Uh-oh. I hear
Oh,
you.
did I fall into the time hole?
I
I
hear
never
you.
existed.
Oh,
I'm back.
Okay, I'm like, we hear you. You never went
Hello?
away. You can't hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. You never went away, so be careful, I guess, in the future. No. Maybe
I'm
turn the
back.
quality of the stream down. You'd never go away. Turn your stream quality down or something. I also just I don't see the like totally oblivious 11th Doctor we're about to get, but also the one who like does this stuff with handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? So have you. Those
Many.
angels? Wonder who that could be. No idea. Wait a minute, wasn't she a professor when she killed the doctor? Has she not done it? Cause the scene is that Madame Kavarian comes when River has just become a professor. All the River episodes are better without the other ones. Except the library. Put a pin in that. I swear River is a professor when she kills the doctor. So she must be in prison for a crime she hasn't committed, which feels dangerous, you know? I don't think I love River's song. I think I'll confidently say that. And I think most of the things I dislike about River, the thing we haven't developed it much yet is that River's a psychopath that the doctor loves, and I just never buy that. But we'll
I'm
get there later.
still neutral.
Yeah. I think that honestly might have been my vibe. Is it's not bad, but I don't like if they just didn't show up again. I'd want some of the plot points resolved, but I wouldn't really care. You know?
Yeah, I liked her in Library. I was neutral here, a good and a bad.
I mean, Amy's also super weak in this episode, which is done, by the way. What did we think? It's the end of the episode. Caden
Was it marriage time?
No, I don't know what you're looking at right now. I think it's another Discord glitch, but the episode has ended. I'm just looking at the credits. I don't know about you.
Oh wow, it's a little bit of tight fit.
No, I don't know if it fits in the ceiling space. I'm just gonna get rid of the blurred copy of the episode. This does back up a lot of the stuff I'm saying about his obliviousness, though, so we should pay attention. Donna.
Yeah, he's got a habit, a history
of saving people for their wedding night.
Yeah,
Sutek is in this room as well.
That's true. I
just remembered that. Yeah,
eavesdropping.
We keep forgetting about this. This scene, Moffat does really regret writing. One of the female producers did come to him and be like, hey, this scene should just be cut. It's horrible. And I think he was like, nah. Remember, he does come from writing 90s and 2000s sitcoms.
Yeah, that's true.
Those are all just, like, terrible, you know?
What's he talking about?
Well, I think we're about to get that. Since Donna.
Someone else just... Yeah, Donna was...
Yeah. Don't forget Clara is also going to be even more important. But Bill's just some woman, you know? Oh my god. That's the date the final episode comes out. Yeah, the Amy rapes the doctor scene isn't... that's a little far. Amy sexually assaults the doctor scene is a choice.
It's bold.
But anytime I talk about the doctor's social oblivious with romantic scenes, you know, let's just remember that one. It wasn't bold. It was just bad. It seems very out of character for Amy. I feel like without this scene, there'd be a lot less question about if Amy really loves the Doctor or Rory, which is a bit of a thing at the start of season 5. There's an episode that's supposed to just resolve it, and I think it is just resolved after there, but there's still a lot of people who... I want to talk about the episode instead of the last 2 minutes.
Well.
Ooh, interesting. Do you want to know what TARDIS Guide has to say? And I think I might agree. 3.77, which is slightly worse than part 1. Of course, this isn't always the best way to review an episode in that sense, because we talk over a lot. Sometimes we miss things, and we're not necessarily as in it. Not as strong as I remember. It really starts messing with the Weeping Angels in part 2.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a bad episode still.
I also agree.
I'd still give it like a 3.5, but like a weaker 3.5 than part 1. 3.5 out of 5. I know we scored it out of 10 when we were live, but now I used Hardest Guide, which is out of 5. The Amy scene is just like unforgivable.
Yeah.
It leads in, like, so it does lead into the next episode, right? This is how we get Rory on board the TARDIS. So it's not like pointless. It just honestly seems out of character. And even just a bizarre way to react from this life or death situation. We'll get some explanation in the next episode where Doctor's like, it was, a life or death, a high stakes, emotions were high, it should have been you, but I was there. It's like, it was like 2 hours ago, man, that like you left your life or death situation. If it was like in the flight deck, I might agree, but Amy just really doesn't seem to get no, you know what? I don't want this to like overshadow the entire episode. River, we both agree, kind of like meh on.
Kind of meh, yeah.
I don't think the episode really explored it, so I don't think it's a failure of the episode, but I don't see it, the Doctor and River. I don't know that I meant to.
I've gone deaf again. Oh, I'm back.
Hello.
One more time. I don't
know that I meant to see their relationship, but I don't. I've closed the visual stream on your end to hopefully help. Yeah, it was all right. I'll say that. But I hate what it does with the Weeping Angels. I think most of which isn't gonna come back, but perhaps I am wrong. And
I think usually, is that true?
What?
In my brain, I want to say usually the second part of 2-parters are better. Kind of in the sense of like the first one's usually set up and the second one's a lot of payoff.
If the second one actually pays off the payoff well, I would agree. But I don't think this episode follows the setup payoff structure.
Yeah. I think the first part might have been better.
I think they're probably equal quality. First part has some better reveal. Well, no, you got the things like the soldiers slowly disappearing as they go into the hole in the wall, like the hit Cartoon Network show. But I think that what brings the second part down is just messing with the Weeping Angels. I think you'd really have to change this episode to have it be a pure, like, Weeping Angels, they don't blink, they move when you're not looking at them kind of thing. This episode needs the angel to talk. It needs more going on, but maybe that's a sign it shouldn't be a Weeping Angel story. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I've consumed a great Weeping Angel story. I know Village of the Angel fans go yell at me, but since Blink, which even then I have a very unique relationship with. There's one coming up in the comics as soon as I have the money to buy some comics. Apparently, but there's plenty of good ones, I think, or at least fine ones that don't mess with the angels. So
yeah, I think this one was better in my memory. I don't know.
Yes,
but it's still
almost enjoyable. 2 though. So I will have to pop off real soon. Next week, you good? You good for next week?
Yeah, I should be.
I should be good 15th, as well.
Yep.
15th, yep. For just one that week, The Vampires of Venice. Then we have a 1-part, then we have the 2-parter. So the 2-parter is March 1st. It looks like that's when the yard waste pickup is on my calendar. Apparently, the yard waste is going to be picked up. But yeah, I will say thank you all very much for watching.